Right, so Ives tutorial on how to wrap hands. So before I start, I just want to say that when you wrap your hands, the idea is to try and compress your hand like the bandage with your hands. Like a lot of people think it's knuckle protection, which it is, or to absorb sweat, which it is, but primarily to me it's so my hand's compressed, because when you make impact, the hand spreads, and if it spreads too far, that's where you get breakages in your hand. So the whole idea to me is to compress your hand a little bit, not so it's choking your hand, but enough so when you make impact, and on that impact everything spreads, but it doesn't spread far enough to break your hand, because it's where you get breakages. Okay, so you can put your thumb in here like this, but I personally don't like too much around my thumb. So I just hold diagonally like this, and I wrap away from my thumb. So I go around my wrist once, twice, 3 times, and then I'll climb back down. So I go 1, 2, 3, and now I end up back up near my hand. So then I'll let go of the part that I was holding, and now I go in between the first finger here and wrap around it. Just try and make it neat, flat. Go down. Keep the fingers spread so you don't choke it too much, your hand. Second one, through and around. Make it neat again. And then I go around the wrist once to help tie down what I've already done. Then the third one, here, like this. And I come back down. And again, I go around to secure that. I don't do the pinky normally because I feel like there's too much cloth up there then. So what I end up doing is coming diagonally up, below that first knuckle there, or second one, depending how you look at it. Yeah. Once, and then twice. Then I sort of close my hand just to get the feel of the tension and all of that. Push it down a bit so it's protecting the front of the knuckles. Now I go diagonally down here and around my thumb, like so. Once, round diagonally over the back of the hand, so I'm making an X on the back of my hand, and that's tying everything and sort of flattening it out and securing it. So when I come around here, I come back around my thumb the second time, like that, diagonally again, like so, then back around diagonally the other way. So I'm making an X on the back of my hand, yeah, and then just feeling it and like so. And then from there I tie it off at the wrist, like this. Here. The other thing I like to do is, a lot of people, they have too much padding here in the front. So I try and minimise that, because another way that you're going to break your hand is if you can't make a fist properly, even in your glove. So when I wrap a fighter's hands, I try and minimise that in there. So it's almost like a knuckle duster in there, so they can close their hand properly. Because I've seen people wrap hands, and if there's too much bandage in there and they can't close their hand properly, then they try and hit someone. That's again another cause of breakages. So when you're wrapping hands, you've got to remember that you're trying to compress, so when on impact the hand spreads, it doesn't break. So they're less likely to. And also in here, you want to make that a bit thinner, so when someone closes their hand, they can close their hand properly, especially if you're wrapping someone that's going to fight their hand. So there's another hand on Ives tutorial.